I say I want a pet lizard, I don't get it. Well, that's true. I say I want a pet lizard, I don't get it. Right? I want a pet snake, I don't get it. This isn't about what I do or don't want. This is a video breaking down the possibility of things. And you're going to understand that in a minute. Right? In both parts of this video. Let's say 2 separate parts. Right? But as a kid, I wanted to be an actor. Right? Oh, if I did go to college, you know what I would have went to college for? I would have went to college to study film. Right? I would have went to college to study movies. Study behind the scenes of making a film, TV show, everything. That's what I went to college for, without question. Right? Because, it's like that. Like you're the puppy, you're the snake, you're the dog, you get to create your own story. You get to be the villain of your own mastermind. Right? You get to create everything you ever wanted in film. Some of the biggest film stars went to film school. Right? Right? And what do I mean by some of the biggest film stars? Right? Chris Maroney went to film school. Right? Chris Maroney went to film school. And some others I'm going to name off here. Right? Spike Lee. Spike Lee didn't get his first big break until 6 years after he made a movie. 6 years. Right? Crazy. But okay. And then the one, the only. But you ready for this one? Right. Now we broke down some people that have went to film school. Let's talk about people that are technically famous because they're part of Hollywood families. That's right. None other than that. Let's talk about Zelda Willems. Now, if you don't know who Zelda Willems is, she's Robin Williams' daughter. That's right. So we're breaking down Hollywood by the nuts. And we're gonna go ahead and name off some people. That's right. Right? Arnold. Right? Arnold doesn't have just one son in Hollywood. He has 2 sons that took after him. Right? Took right up after him. They're basically prototypes of him. They're basically the Terminators. Okay? But we're gonna go right back to what I was saying. Like, this video is breaking down the reality of film. Right? Now these are 2 different videos put together, like I said. But okay. But now we're gonna go ahead and go into pro wrestlers that got into acting. Starting off with probably the most famous, probably the most recognizable, the one, the only, Hulk Hogan. Right? Who done stuff like No Holds Barred, Mr. Nanny, right? Okay? And then, of course, we got the one and only, right? Everybody loves him, right? Mr. Rowdy Piper, right? Right? Now he did things they live. Right? He did Sunny in Philadelphia. Right? He did Hell Coming to Frogtown, where he played a character named Hell. Right? Philip Hell or some shit like that. Okay? And then, of course, when you think of wrestling actors now, you think of people like Dave Bautista. You think of John Cena. Yep. Now we're going to go into YouTube actors. That's right. This is a breaking down of celebrity in general. The one, the only, Logan Paul. Logan Paul, who actually went to film school to be, because he wanted to be an actor. He wanted to be a director, right? And yes, he did movies like The Thinning. Yep, he did both of the Thinning films, which are okay. But he directed his own movie, Airplane Mode, which is again, it's watchable, right? Okay. And then we got his brother Jake Paul. Who did Bizarre of Art. He was also in Airplane Mode. Yep. And yeah. Okay. Next up. Right? Is Dixie D'Amelio. Dixie D'Amelio, this show called D'Amelios. Right? Now, what do I mean by that, right? Yep, she did a show with her sister, Charlie D'Amelio. But they both did a doctor show, but they're both teenagers, even though one of them was like 18 at the time, the other one was like 15. But also, Dixie D'Amelio and Charlie D'Amelio both did some voice acting. And next up, cut this off. Next up on this video, but we're going to go into, let's go ahead and say, the one, the only, everybody's favorite, a person that people was very surprised they got famous. That's right. Mrs. Ray. That's right. Addison Rae. But she's done Tubi movies. She's done Netflix movies. Right? She's even done holiday movies. Thanksgiving, besides. Now we're going to famous dogs and cats. Right? Right? The animal. Talk about Chihuahua. Right? Right? Disney. Right? Hell. The Strays, right? Right? Scooby-Doo, Marmaduke, right? Are both Great Danes, right? Acting is a weird thing, right? There was this lying, then why is it everything and everyone can do it? Right? I mean, some movies, they don't even hire actors, they just hire people that say lines and do things. And sometimes it's not even background roles, it's real full roles. So please tell me that one.